Oh boy, indeed. We're about to do some hardcore not shivving of people because I'm trying to get the low chaos ending for this game. So, welcome to the stream. Hello, Onion Siege. We had already finished playing Dishonored. Yeah, I know who you are. I followed you this morning. I wasn't able to catch your stream, but I definitely I am following you now. And hey, Kelly. Wow, this is really early for people to start arriving in chat. I usually expect people to come arrive around 8 o'clock, but that's great. We'll get started. So we finished Dishonored, the base game, on Wednesday. So now, since we're not doing Marvel Ultimate Alliance night anymore, yeah, I can't do Master Assassin. I'm not that crazy, but I might actually do hard mode because I've played this again. I've played this. This is my 5th time playing this DLC, so I probably should be playing hard. In all actuality, but yeah, we've already finished playing Dishonored 1. So now, where else you go but the DLC, which was probably some of the best DLC. This is a really good DLC.
Job shouldn't have mattered. I'd killed nobles before. You could float a whaling ship, and the highborn blood I've spilled.
In this DLC, you play as Dowd, voiced by Michael Madsen, and Dowd is the assassin who assassinated the Empress at the beginning of the game, and the 7th target in the game. Oh yeah, this DLC is much better than the base game. Like, this is where they started figuring out what they were doing wrong with Dishonored and adjusting their design formula based on feedback that the fans were giving them.
I knew I'd pay for this one. Maybe I deserve to.
And we'll get into the how and why of that in a moment. But like, probably the most obvious thing that you're seeing now is that the main character is not some nameless, faceless cipher in this game. Michael Madsen, as I said, is doing the voice. That is the name, Michael Madsen from Kill Bill. Knife of Dunwall actually takes place concurrent to the base game. It ends with Dowd versus Corvo, the big battle from the 7th mission for the Flag District. So this takes place somewhat before mission 1 of Dishonored, and to some extent in the middle of it, somewhere in that time frame. These are events that are occurring outside the scope of Corvo's adventure, but are along that same time. So the other thing you'll notice is that Dowd has a better version of Blink than the base game. In the base game, your Blink, you couldn't, you had to kind of react to it, but in this Blink, you can, when you're not moving, time is stopped. So you can actually very accurately, precisely aim where you're going to go, instead of having to kind of do it on reaction like you did in the base game. Which, that change alone was such a huge improvement in the way movement in this game worked. It's such a big deal that I'm not sure how... yeah, time is completely frozen when I'm in the middle of this animation, Kelly. I cannot... like, as long as I don't move the directional button at all, I am like, time is completely frozen except for people who have outsider powers, like Delilah, which we'll see later in the game.
Dowd, my old friend. It's been a long
You
while,
can maintain that time
interest
freeze
again.
forever in perpetuity.
How
It's
the
literally
years
only there to
pass
make sure that you
and
can accurately aim your blink. There is no time restriction
Did you
on
know
it.
that there are only 8 like you in the world, bearing my mark? I'm here because you're right. The Empress was different. This time, you can't just fade away into the shadows.
And so the big story beat here is that after
Your
killing the
story
Empress,
is close to ending, and
that
even
assassination kind of broke Dowd. He realized
what
at that
ending
point
will you make for yourself?
that
I'm here to give you one last.
Oh yeah, Dowd had outsider powers. Like that's how he was able to kill the Empress. Is because he had the mark.
With a name.
He has the mark of the outsider like Corvo does in Dishonored 1. That's why he's able to do all the supernatural shit that he does when you fight him in Mission 7 and at the start of the game. And it's also
for 6
confirmed
months, the city ride
he has
changed.
a ability to give a low-level variety version of his powers
I tried
to
to
his
forget
followers.
what I'd done to
So
the
if you were
Empress
loyal to Dowd,
and her little
you
girl.
have a portion of his powers
But
just
there
because
was no
that's one of his
forgetting.
abilities.
I needed to find my next move. But all I had was that name. Delilah. Who was she? A threat?
Yeah, I didn't really care for
Word came from my
far
second in
reach
command,
that
Mother.
much in Dishonored 2. I
In
know
a house
speedrunners
built
love
on
that
secrets.
technique because there's a lot you can
Lurk
do with
was
it,
especially
and it's a
good
very versatile
at uncovering
technique.
them.
But I much
There was a
rather
ship called the Delilah.
Billy Lurk's displaced over both Blink
Hunted
and far
whales
reach.
for
I think that's a
Bunbury
much more
Rothwell.
interesting power.
A former deckhand.
Billy Lurk's skill set was
Now
really,
he
really
owns a
creative,
slaughterhouse.
and I'm looking
Ran
forward
his
to playing
work
Dusty Outsider on
over
stream
day.
once I finish Dishonored 2, and
A
before
ship
that,
named
finish
Delilah.
this. That is the
Could
plan.
be a
We'll see if it
coincidence.
changes.
But it's not. In Dunwall, things are
So
always
as I was
tangled
saying,
up like a bag of snakes.
The assassination of the Empress really kind of broke Dowd. He at that point realized that he was kind of worthless, not really doing anything worthwhile in his life. And as a result, he's kind of on this, he's in this flux, and he's not sure what he's gonna do. So the outsider hooks him up and goes, yeah, you're right. You really fucked up with that Empress assassination, but I'm gonna tell you what. You should follow this Delilah. I'm giving you this hint that there's this person named Delilah that you need to look for because she's doing some sick shit, and you need to stop her. So here's one of the big things that the Dowd DLC has, that because Dowd is an assassin and he's part of the criminal underworld, you can elicit favors. Oh, yeah, let me drop the audio because I had Michael Madsen's speech was low. Like the one thing that sucks about Dishonored in particular is that if you want to, like you can't just go into your second monitor and stop, like change the volume down. You have to actually alt tab out of the game, or the game won't let you just go over and make any adjustment to the monitor too. But Dowd has the ability to call in the favors of his criminal underworld buddies, and that's what this third menu here in the shop is. This is for eliciting favors and getting people to do stuff for you that you otherwise would not have access to in the mission. So we're going to actually just buy the favors. Shredding your refinery valves, using the valves will not sound the alarm, and a stolen ruin. You know, ruins are always good. So depending on your chaos level at the end of both this and later the Brigmore Witches, that will determine essentially whether Dowd has earned his redemption or if he is beyond being saved. Of course, since we're good boys and girls here, I'm going to try for the low chaos version of this, but I don't promise I'll succeed at that. So kind of like this is an improvisation run as before, so whatever goes.
Dowd, you're here. I got bored, so I started without you. Turns out we're here on the perfect day. There's a strike at the plant.
So this
It's
is
no
Billy
wonder.
Lurk, who is
Rothwell
Dowd's
runs this
second in
place
command.
Like a prison. The stupid workers can't even get in
And
without
she
a
will
time
become a
card.
very important
When the strike
character in this
started,
entire
the butchers
franchise.
confiscated all the cards they could find. They've given the City Watch free reign to use force. If you ever wondered why I wanted out of the slums, here's your answer. There'll be
Interesting
other
that they
ways in, I'm
changed her
sure of it.
voice actress.
You don't mind if I tag along, right?
Yeah, you can choke him out to knock him out. And we'll be taking advantage of doing a lot of choking out to get rid of some guards
I'll be on
in
the
this
lookout if you
DLC.
need me.
So let's see if I can actually afford anything with that one ruin. I don't really want Summon Assassin. Yeah, so Dowd has his own set of skills that are separate from Corvo's. The two things that I usually want to build up to are Blink level 2 and Agility. Because those are the two like movement skills, and movement is like the most important thing when playing Dishonored. Like summoning assassins, I really don't get much use out of it. Vitality and Bloodthirsty, I'm not intending to get into a fight, so I have no real reason to purchase either of those powers. Same with Shadowkill. Void Gaze is useful, but if you know what you're looking for, and if you played this game before, you really don't need it because you should already have the map roughly memorized. If not exactly, then like at least enough. So I usually go for Blink and Agility as my big two, and then from there I generally just kind of just see what's available, and I don't really have any particular idea in mind beyond that. So that just told us that we need a time card to enter the main door of the building.
What after what happened last night? Never doubt.
That is a grenade symbol, but I don't actually have any grenades in my inventory at this moment. Oh, that is a grenade. So, let's see. Let me put the sleep toxin darts out.
Rouse yourself. Wake up. Here you are.
Gotta love combat sleep toxin. Hey, Chris. No Marvel on a Sunday night, so no wonder you're here. And switch to Blink, because I always like to have my traversal powers out. Wait, let's see if there's anything. Okay, Bone Charm. I'm seeing. I saw Ruin, but I might have to get closer before I can actually see it here. Yeah, there's a Ruin over there, and I'm probably going to want that because I'd like to upgrade my Blink next. Well, I'm not strictly playing with Hitman rules here, but I want to try to get, low chaos. I want to try to avoid any casualties, but this is kind of like whatever happens happens. I don't like I'm just trying to like letting the game, like letting my play just go with the flow, because that's a problem I have with these games. I like to save scum, and I want to try to break that habit, which is partly why I'm doing this on stream, so that A, because I want to talk about this game with people, and B, oh, health elixir. And B, I want to break my own habits when it comes to this type of game. I want to be able to just let the comedy begin. It is actually amazing how different it is. Like when you're able to stop time in the middle of Blink. Like just how much better it is just to be able to aim that so precisely.
Vital to state interests has been declared treasonous by the Lord Regent.
Here's spiritual memory, and you can complete this recipe and it will give you a rune, but I don't actually think we're gonna go through with it because
they used to tell stories about a woman in the slums who did work like this. Granny Rags. They said she was 100 years old.
And yes, Kelly, throwing a body into the river is a kill, because the person drowns.
Did we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Chances are very good.
Yeah, it's nice having a predictable traversal power. I like Far Reach, like in terms of potential, but for me, Blink will always be better just because you can do very precise movement with that you can't do with Far Reach. Unless you practice with it a lot. So, let me look at my journal. So... Oh, wait, I remember. I believe there is a time card. Right here. Oh, I'm not... Oh, shit. Oh, that sucks. I missed the big wall you're talking about, but knowing this game, it's very likely that I could.
Things are bad. Could the city get any worse?
It's always fun to just blink out of trouble when a guard sees you.
Wake up! Do you see something?
This is a reminder that collective bargaining in any industry deemed vital to the state is a capital offense. These include metallurgy, whale collection and refinement, security services.
Collective
and
bargaining is
legal and
forbidden.
clerical specializations. Consult the city barrister for
My
clarification.
god, this is so good!
I know you're here.
Look at these idiots! See if you have anything worth stealing. Bullets will help in case I have to go loud. Yeah, real talk, I love the way immersive sims just kind of lets you fuck with AI and then see how the AI reacts to you fucking with them. That's been one of my favorite things about this game and a lot of the other games like Hitman. Hitman is great for that. And I might, like, maybe if like when Hitman 2 comes out and it's really good, I might do that on stream. Like do another Let's Play similar to what I did with Hitman 1 on my YouTube channel. But you know, obviously a little more improved. And with a chat to bounce off
Corvo
of.
Atana, the assassin and one-time royal protector, has escaped from confinement and is at large within the city.
Yoink.
Any sightings of this state criminal must be reported to the City Watch at once.
And that's the laborer lockup key, and these are arc mines, which are lethal instruments that are kind of like spring wires in that they kill anyone who's in close proximity to them. You don't, like, if you know anything about me, you know I love me some Hitman. Hitman is probably like, and you know, I spent 70 hours, like 70, 80 hours with that Hitman 2016 reboot. I love it so much.
You know anyone who's still paying workers?
They won't let you in without a time card. But if you get us out of here, you can take mine. I'm not coming back.
Well,
Still
convincingly.
need to get past that wall of light contraption they put up. If you can shut it off, we can slip past the City Watch when the time is right.
Sure.
We won't make it 3 more months.
We're going less lethal, not non-lethal. There's a difference there. We are going less than lethal.
Make it 3 more months.
And like I said, anything goes. Also, I love that with Blink like this, you can redirect your momentum instantly.
Get up right now. When there you are. Get behind it. I'm gonna find you, whoever you are, and then I'll demonstrate your failings.
That was a second murder, but it's fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. I have no idea how you can lose someone that far away. I like that squish sound. You see. Exactly. As long as I don't kill 80% of the people, and I think in the DLC specifically, you have to do the non-lethal kills before, or it's automatically high chaos, like non-lethal takedowns for your targets. I think if you don't do that, you still get high chaos. Because I remember playing this DLC a while back and getting that problem. So, where is the junction box for this wall? There you are. Is anyone here? Yoink.
City Watch dead counters really going to come through here tomorrow?
Is the wall of light down? You're free to go. Make your way out of this place.
Here's the card, sir. I hope you burn this place to the ground. If you see a woman named Abigail Ames, she'll know what to do. She's a smart cookie.
So, fun fact, when they were making the original Dishonored 1, they realized about halfway through development that, Corvo being a silent protagonist made no fucking sense and was actually really eerie, given what they were doing in the game. But by the time they realized it, it was too late to hire a voice actor for him. Which is why in all of the future Dishonored content, they have had voice characters from the start, because they realized that like it's just weird in this world to play as someone and talk to people without a voice behind it. It just doesn't make any sense. I might actually have to turn on objective notifications just so I can cash in my favors. Yeah, they don't really telegraph the favors very well in the DLC, which is kind of a bummer, but what can you do? Well, there's the safe code. That automatically helps. Two, two, three. So that's a combination for the safe up there. God, that blink is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Let's see what's in here. Yoink. Oh, there's a time card here. That would have been... Well, that's really not that much of a detour. I personally rather them have a voice actor. I can see where you're coming from, where you prefer him being silent, but I am strongly in the get a voice actor and have him perform role camp. I wasn't a huge fan of Silent Corvo, and especially with the especially when it came to like stuff with Piero in Dishonored 1, that was just weird. You couldn't call him on that shit.
You ever hear the way
Oh,
it's singing?
bye.
I mean, at night when you sleep. Do I look stupid?
I usually take that entrance, but I guess with the time card, we can just go through the front door.
Abigail Ames has been detained on the slaughterhouse grounds, pending her interrogation and execution for sedition and treason.
Thank you. I mean, that's a problem with the acting itself. Like, everyone in Dishonored's acting is flat.
I doubt asking nicely is going to work. We'll have to find a more persuasive means of getting what you want out of him. He's probably close to his office. We should start there.
Yeah, every voice actor in Dishonored kind of has that problem. It's more like a direction problem than it is an actual acting problem.
Yes. I signed right away. Mr. Rothwell didn't even have to turn it on.
I don't believe you.
No, it's true.
Marked for shipment to the most distant point of the Empire. And fitted for live cargo, too. Survivable. If they had a fast ship. I wonder who this was meant for. You lock somebody up in that thing and they won't be back in town for months.
Oh, there's an idea. Now, if memory serves, there's a room on top of this, so we're going to actually go up there and get that. And with double jump combined with blink, it should be pretty trivial to do that. But yeah, your problem is with the actual delivery of the voices themselves, and honestly, same. It's weird because Stephen Russell, who did the voice for Corvo, is actually a pretty well-known voice actor for the 0451 kinds of games, because he was Garrett in Thief.
Dad, I spotted a makeshift interrogation room in the meat locker. It might be useful to you, considering our mission here.
I really do appreciate their use of Billy Lurk as the as like your spy, because it makes Mission 3 all the more interesting, and people who play CLPC World will know what I'm talking about. So let's make this safe way down. Let's take the safe way down. Let's be boring. Boring but alive.
Whiskey and cigars. You ever think about anything else?
Shut your blowhole, get back to work.
Whoops!
Where'd you go? We can be chums if you come out. Pinky promise. Hey, wake up, you pile of offal. You better hope I don't find you. You hear me?
Well, okay, he's alive. That's cool. Well, whales are the source of the oil that powers all of the technology here.
Skippers like you, always sneaking and snooping.
So,
Quit hiding. Wake up, you pile of offal. Brain stupid. Gotcha. What's up?
that's 3. But yeah, whales are the source of all the oil that powers all of the various doodads in Dishonored. So, they are terrifying hell beasts, yes, but they're also your main source of energy in the world. Let's see if I can buy. Speaking of powers, nope. I need 3 here and 4 here. So that will be good to know.
What do those idiots want anyway?
They never look up. They never, ever look up.
What dangerous work? We're the ones that do the dirty stuff around here. Maybe we need to be organizing, huh?
Hey, that's not funny. You say that again, even as a joke, and you're whale meat.
Yeah, sure. I'm just
Man, this whole thing about labor unions in the context of modern day politics really fucking hits home, doesn't it?
my head's already fucking around over there.
Fuck.
Better hope I don't find you. You hear me?
Cancel.
chums if you come out. Pinky promise.
I like the distortion they use because they're wearing the face mask, but one of the things I also really like about this game is the distortion in the audio when you're using Blink. I believe if I was more accurate shot, I could shoot them in the whale oil tank and blow them up that way.
Can't believe I lost him.
Yeah, this game really is like a spiritual successor and like honestly the superior to Thief. I know like that's almost heresy to the people who really enjoy Thief, of which I am one of those people, but... Oh. Cool. I need to borrow more sleep darts soon. But yeah, like this game really does kind of outdo Thief in its own game in terms of like the way you had to skulk in the shadows and how mobile you are compared to Garrett in Thief.
I know what this is. A makeshift interrogation chair. Rothwild must be using it to coerce employees.
Oh, so delicious. Oh, he's coercing employees to drop out of the union. Yes, it's the same chair, because that guy was totally into getting shocked, so what if you amp those shocks up to someone who doesn't like getting shocked? That is a lemon meringue pie, Kelly, and it is delicious. So I believe, if memory serves, yeah, there is a rune right here. So that's 2. Considering there are 4 people, I might actually have enough if like if you weren't joking, for the whole stream.
They're armored in front, but not so tough in back.
Yoink. Let's mosey. Oh shit. Look up.
That Sokolov stuff. You didn't touch it, did you?
The inventor guy? What's he doing here?
Natural philosopher. Yeah, he ain't here now. Comes down some nights to study the whales, where the oil comes from.
Why does he have to go taking everything apart? The whales are the mystery of our time.
Are you joking? We've got the arc pylons now. We've got walls of light. We'll have the plague cured in no time.
I miss the old days. That cursed bastard Corvo changed everything.
Alright, now you're the bigger threat, so you fuck off. Oh, I hate that sound. Doing pretty good on mana potions. Just keep an eye on that, because man, I'm really missing that change from Death the Outsider what they did with the mana bar. How quickly it refilled and how much you didn't need mana potions. I really missed that change. You get Death the Outsider, that's gonna be really fucking fun to play. So I'm gonna look for the accounting and management offices because that's where I'm gonna find my targets. I believe that target is right there. God, I love the verticality in this series. Like, Thief Thief was fun, but because of the way you can just kind of blink up to the roof and the way you can manipulate your position in the world, there's just so much verticality here that it's just missing from the base game, or from the old Thief games.
What a sad song the old behemoth sings. It looks right at me when I sit here at my together. Yes. Look at me. A fly next to you, but I'm your master, ain't I? Killed 100 of your kind, and I'll kill 1,000 more.
Yeah, these butchers definitely. They could use a union, even if they don't realize it.
Whales don't touch that lot. No, sir. They don't have hearts, I think.
You were working for Ramsey. How long? How much does he know by now?
Ramsey? No, this is about the workers. This is about fair pay and safe conditions.
Don't bother. You're not the first of his moles I've caught. What?
There we go.
You?
Not close enough.
Well, Dowd, what do you want with me?
I'm not here for you. I'm here to learn about a ship called the Delilah.
Did the Lord Regent send you? That old fool, Hiram Burrows. I know all about the Delilah. All of it. And I can give you exactly what you want.
Please do.
Not so fast. I need something from you in exchange.
That's what I thought. What?
We're both professionals, Mr. Dowd. I was hired to get these gutless workers striking, which I did very nicely. And then destroy the slaughterhouse itself. That's where I got caught. And that's where I need your help.
How?
The whale oil in those tanks out there is enough to destroy this entire place. The important industrial bits, especially. Just open all the valves at once to let the oil start flowing. The pressure will go out of control, and boom.
What about the people inside?
Yes, I have in real life.
The factory.
Once I got a guy and it's like, oh man, there's my sword.
My boss
Whoops.
will hire them on in better conditions than they'd ever see here. Not the butchers, though.
So I'm a little uncomfortable with the idea that
Don't try and
a rival organization
Here's
is the only, like, goading them into unionizing is the only way they would ever do it.
And I'll tell you everything I know about the Delilah.
I'm not sure why that leaves me uncomfortable, but it kind of does.
I could put you in Rothwild's interrogation chair myself.
But
why should I bargain?
Because it's a long and messy solution.
Even if they're an outside
And
force is
you're
inspiring
not
the
the kind
unionize,
of
I think
man
it's
who
still
likes that.
good for them to do it.
Make a deal with me, and I can tell you what you want and pay you for your trouble.
I'll consider it.
So yeah, she was hired by an rival firm to convince the workers here unionized so that they can get paid a living wage. 5 industries have been reported of this man of 1 week, resulting in 2 fatalities. So the code for that safe is 512. Because that's how video game safes work. You see a note with 5 numbers in it, you can be almost assured it's a safe combination. Bone Charm. Killing recipe some adrenaline. I don't have the Bloodthirsty for adrenaline, so nope. Absolutely worthless to me. So now that we have the good old fool, we're gonna put him into his own interrogation chair. We're not actually gonna do her ending because her ending results in this building getting blown up, and that will kill all the guards, and that's a very high chaos move. Probably not a bad move, morally speaking, since these people are pretty shitty people, but definitely going to affect your chaos because in this game, killing people is the only thing that really adds to your chaos. Nope. So we're just going to plop him into his own interrogation chair.
sure you get to enjoy this.
And do the non-lethal takedown for Rothschild here.
What do you want to know that's worth crossing a man like me?
I want to know about a ship named Delilah. What's behind the name?
Choke on your own spit.
So I wonder, one thing that always irks me is that for some reason they always think that I won't interrogate them, or like the protagonist won't interrogate them. And when it's documented that they will, like when you show that, yeah, I am willing to kill you to get what I want, they still clam up. It's like that thing in games and movies where you're surrounded by 50 guys, you take out 49 of them, but there's always this one who for some reason thinks he is definitely going to be the one that beats you, despite the fact you killed 49 of his friends.
And it wasn't me. The previous owner named it after some...
It's like, why do you bother? You know I'm going to get it out of you. Why bother resisting? I'm just gonna make it worse for you if you do.
Who was the previous owner?
Barrister Timsh! All right!
See? How hard was that?
He told me the story.
If he had just told me that in the first place, I wouldn't have had to shock him so many times.
Dunwall Tower. Who got kicked out. Became a painter. Funny airs, like proud. She caught his eye, but it was worse than that. He couldn't think of anything else, just her. She whirled into his mind somehow. He built that ship for her and a lot more. Gave her half his fortune. Then he got scared. Came to me afraid. Man like that, afraid. He wanted to dump the ship and I needed a business partner, so we made a deal.
Exactly, Kelly. Now you see where I'm coming from. If they had just submitted the first time I shocked them, then they had to go through all those other shocks.
Here's the room key. When you're ready to go.
Oh yeah, she also just...
Earlier I spotted crates bound for the most remote corner of the Empire. Might be worth stuffing him in one, just to tie things off. He doesn't seem the type to forgive, of course. Why go through all the trouble, when a blade to the neck would accomplish the same thing?
Yeah, we're gonna crate this guy to parts unknown, because I find that idea personally amusing, and it's non-lethal. And now, also I like Billy Lurk for locking the door behind us so that no one can interrupt our work here. That's really sweet of her. Really sweet of her to give her boss some privacy. Oh, whoops. Up you go. Up you go. I mean, if the vessel is fast enough, he'll survive it. It really does makes you wonder why he has a crate meant for a living being to survive the trip in the first place. Like, what purpose that would serve, because he clearly has no qualms about just killing people. Bye! Target neutralized. I could do this, but actually no, that rune over there is probably not worth it. Let's just go. Let's just finish this mission. So do I have any? How much money did I accrue during this mission? It's not much, but it's enough to afford some sleep darts, which is what I would really use right now.
Any worker found trying to agitate, interfere with, or
all I gotta do is just escape. we're gonna actually skip on the Granny Rags recipe because while I do want runes, it's just easier to find runes in other areas than to go through that.
Attention. Under plague conditions, failure to report for work at industries deemed vital to state interests has been declared treasonous by the Lord Regent.
We're not done yet, assassin. What about the shrines? Tell me about the blood ritual.
When I find you, it's going to be bad.
We gotta save our assassin boys. I wish you could like sell like grenades and shit if you knew you were going to use them for some extra cash. Because if I could, I'd probably sell my entire stock of grenades just for some cash. No, Granny Rags is one of the outsiders chosen. It's just that sheer her magic has let her live an extraordinarily long time. She is another one of the people with the outsider mark. The outsider is the source of almost all the magic in Dishonored. Or I guess the void is, and the outsider is like the medium by which the void communicates with the mortal world. So Granny Rags is something close to an immortal, but she is not a god. She's another one of the outsiders chosen, like Corvo and Dowd are. And the villain of this DLC, Delilah, also is one of those people.
I'm still trying to figure out why you let the Empress's bodyguard go. And now Rothwild's snug in a box. What's got into you? Barrister Timsh lives up in the legal district. I know it pretty well. From what I hear, the Timsh family is practically at war
Deity
with
is
itself.
an interesting
Talk to his niece Talia if you can.
way of
I should
describing
probably
the
tag along, let her
outsider,
go.
but
Crazy
in terms
rich
of
people
higher
are buying up a
powers,
lot of that Sokolov
yes,
security technology these days.
because the
Keeps
other
the
big
repressing
religion
rumors
is the
out.
Church of the Everyman,
I might be useful.
and that's not similar. They don't have a deity they worship. They just kind of worship the idea of work as a general concept, much like the builders in Thief did.
Not yet.
Actually, no.
Ready to
Why'd I pick stay? Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
But in terms of supernatural entities, the outsider is the big one, and generally the void is also like the void as an abstract concept is a deity, like an entity that has supernatural powers, like the outsider does. He's just a conduit of those powers. They go into detail on this during the Outsider DLC, and when we do that, it'll be a little easier to explain. So, low chaos. We only killed 4 people. Not great, but not bad. Let's keep moving.
As a young girl, Delilah was a baker's apprentice in Dunwall Tower. Years later, a painter in Sokolov's circle. Barrister Arnold Timsh paid her to paint portraits. Him, I knew. A nobleman, born rich. And now he was making a second fortune, seizing the assets of plague victims for the Lord Regent. But Barrister Timsh was also fighting a private war with his own niece.
I like this game's art style.
Something to do with the family fortune. Lurk was probably right.
I kind of like
Need
the
to
Dishonored
speak
2
with
art
the
style a
niece
bit better.
first.
I like the, or not the
Her
art style,
feud
the
with
same
the
art
old
style. It's like
barrister
the
was something we
HD
could
update
use.
or the updates
I got a message to the barrister's
to this art
niece,
style.
and she claimed to know things about Delilah. that
But
no
this
one else
this
did.
kind of feels like it comes directly from
But
like
the
a painting
knowledge would have
almost
a price.
in terms of of the
I
art,
wasn't
of the aesthetic,
surprised.
like a steampunk
I went
painting.
to meet her.
So let's see what favors we have. Oh, we have a rune drop off, and I'm not going to bother with all of the rear, but the rune drop off I'm definitely going to purchase. We're going to restock our sleep toxin. In terms of upgrades, though, sleep dark capacity. Yeah, don't really have anything else. Yeah, no, the things that stop the thing that the outsider is stopped by is not like some other higher deity. It's just the power, like the power of the everyman, like literally the the science, like it's a scientific process that the everyman uses. Those music boxes, those aren't a divine power. Those are like they discovered that this magic note somehow steals the outsider's power, and so they made music boxes that play it. It's not some deity that does it. It's just they figured it out through science. Which I agree with you, Cody. That's an incredibly fascinating concept. That there's only like one deity in Dishonored's world, and everyone kind of hates him.
General Turnbull's coming to inspect. Going to make the whole city run like this.
It's about time.
I would definitely.
Hey.
Oh, that could have gone better.
Someone's down. Someone get over here.
When I find you, it's going to be bad.
I'll find you.
Oh, this went bad really quickly.
Firing.
Shit! Well, that went bad quickly. They explain it a bit more in Death of the Outsider, but the Outsider himself, he doesn't seek chaos innately. The Outsider believes that the only thing that humanity can do is destroy things and make the world worse. His power is to see every possible timeline except timelines in which that end with his demise. So he gives people that he believes to be with the ability to influence society with his mark in the hopes that they somehow resist the natural human impulse to destroy things and actually create a better world. Like, he's not a malicious deity. In fact, he wants you to do well. He just doesn't think you actually are going to do it. He is kind of convinced that even though there is a chance that you will do well, you probably won't. You'll probably just kill everybody. But he'd rather you give the chance to prove yourself a monster or a hero than assume that that's what you're going to do 100% of the time. Because he knows there's always that one chance that you won't be that guy. Which, again, I find that to be an incredible... Like, this game has some really interesting lore that they don't ever fucking talk about. And it's kind of weird how much they go out of their way to not talk about it. One more, and I will have the upgraded blink, which is really what I want. Yeah, I think that is actually the rune from the favor I asked for. Like I asked that guy to drop me a rune somewhere, and he put it right there. The boldest measures are the safest. What a load of horseshit.
Has been reported missing. Remain vigilant and report any suspicious persons or activity to the city wall.
I always love it, like, oh man, look at this impenetrable wall. How am I ever gonna pass this? And I just jump right over it. I've always loved doing that. Like, you can do that in the first, in like one of the few early levels in Dishonored 1, and I never get tired of just jumping over the wall instead of having to disable it. Yeah, got a fascinating world. It's just it doesn't seem to ever like go deep enough into it. For better and for worse.
Really? Where do you live? Probably some mansion on Clavering, right? Come on. Let's have it. Or I start cutting.
I told you he was coming.
Get him, boys. Come on, let's get this guy.
Oh, shit.
That settled.
I wasn't ready for that. God, Fun fact: bullets hurt. Well, let's play this smarter.
Wake up, damn it. Oh, I'll find you.
Yeah, let's be smarter about this and do that. And use a couple of sleep darts. There we go. Nappy nap. Nappy nap for you. That's a very uncomfortable position to be in, but I'm sure when he wakes up, his face will not be hurting. I'm absolutely sure.
Look at you, the master assassin. So you want to know about Delilah? Well, my uncle is bewitched by her, so we won't tell you anything. I require only 2 things. Get rid of my uncle, and bring me his last will and testament. In exchange, I'll tell you what you want to know about Delilah Copperspoon. And I'll pay you cold hard coins.
To answer your question, Andrew,
Come back to me when it's
if
done.
you reload
Let's
your
see
save
what you got
after you killed a bunch of people, and then you do it again in a way that doesn't kill those people, since they never got killed in that save, it doesn't count. I actually don't know what the Hatter Gang is all about. They might be an offshoot of what is that guy? What's that guy's name from the start of the the first game, the one where you do the non-lethal route for the Pendletons for Slackjaw. They might be an offshoot of Slackjaw's gang. But I don't know if that's confirmed or not. It's just kind of like this is their gimmick is that they are the Hatters. They have hats, like the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland.
The heir to the throne, Emily Holt, is still missing. Any person with information that were discovered will be granted a suspension.
There's a rune over there. I'm gonna want to get that so I can get my upgraded blink. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. Not coming out? Not coming out. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You alone? Oh, you're alone. You should never be alone. Always go 2 at a time. Use the buddy system. It's there for a reason. Otherwise, some random stranger will come in and choke you out. Oh. Always use the buddy system. I mean, you can either power through Dishonored 2 or wait for me to play it, Kelly, on stream. Oh! Bye! It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Okay, fair. If that person has Domino, then yeah, the buddy's not gonna help you. Unless you bring 5 people, because you can only do it at the 4 people max. So, buddy system, advanced rule. Always go in groups of 5. So that random stranger can't knock all of you out in one blow. And by the way, when we do Dishonored 2, I'm totally doing an Emily run because I like Emily's powers a lot more than Corvo's. Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Mission clues. What's the legal district? All right. Oh, I guess we're going across the rooftops. So here's a good use for this time stop blink too. If you decide that you really don't want to jump, you can cancel it by going back. Oh, that sucks. The Hatters may have the key to legal district. Okay, good to know.
Maybe this isn't so bad. It has some merit.
Indeed, I believe so. Oh, hey Slackjaw, I was talking about you. I love that Slackjaw is doesn't even compare to Dowd's price. I love I don't even know what Dowd looks like. I'm gonna go knock some heads. Okay. That's good to know. I gotta find out where our Hatter friends have the key. Man, I just love blinking behind somebody as they're coming towards me and then choking them out from behind. That's like a really fun tactic, especially when you can stop time and really accurately aim your blink to guarantee you do it. Rather than doing it on impulse like you did with Corvo and Dishonored 1. Just being able to stop time when you blink is such a strong change. Like, effectively, in terms of what you can do with it, doesn't, actually alter the mechanics of blink. It's just a straight-up, improvement on quality of life. Boot Stealth 1, I will probably end up buying that at some point. To make my movements a little quieter. How's everyone in the chat doing, by the way, today? I don't think I asked. It's rude of me as a streamer not to ask my chat how they're doing. Getting ready for work tomorrow, since it's Sunday night. Exactly, take the bicycle horn. Well, one of the things with Thief that people always talked a lot about was the fact that it sounded like Garrett had tap shoes, where if you listen to the Garrett's footsteps, they're so fucking loud on tile, it's ridiculous. Oh, bye. Oh, well, what way hasn't been a weird weekend for you, Andrew? What's been happening? Unless you don't want to talk about it, in which case that's fine. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. So, let me actually just look at my objectives so I can remember, where I'm supposed to look for this fucking, key to the district. So I actually don't remember. Oh, it's not on the objective. That's fucking great. That's great. That's why this was a pain in the ass back then. I remember now. Let's see what's in this building. If anything.
The heir to the throne, Emily Caldwell, is still missing. Any person with information that or discovery will be granted a substantial reward.
So how are you finding Hitman so far, Kelly? And Persona 5. I didn't know you hadn't finished Persona 5 yet. I assumed you had. I believe there is a ruin down here. Five hits out of man. Good score. Strong score. Oh, okay, it's behind. So, let's buy Advanced Blink, which will let me travel further distances with Blink, and will really increase my ability to move around the world. Wish there was a way to kind of like demonstrate the difference in distance between Blink 1 and Blink 2, because it's actually a pretty big upgrade. That's good. I hope your hectic schedule improves. Well, that's no good.
Sir? What is it? I just wanted to say, congratulations on getting your own squad. What was that? Damn!
I know you're here somewhere, scum. I know you're here.
Do you know I'm here? You really know I'm here? Or do you just think that you know I'm here? Yeah, Hitman and Dishonored are really interesting to compare and contrast because they're both, in theory, these immersive sims, but they're very different flavors of that same genre. Where, oh, up here I think is actually where the key is. No, it's not. It's just stuff. Maybe maybe I already have the key. I just, need to open the door to the district.
He's cunning. We'll meet again.
He's cunning. We'll meet again. But yeah, it is interesting. They're both like different flavors of the same genre, and those different flavors really emphasize different strengths of it. But both of them also kind of revel in that unscripted chaos that comes innate to the genre. Oh, take care, Chris. You're under no obligation to stay here, so have a good day. Good night. And I'll see you on Wednesday when we do Detroit.
Scout up ahead. Try to find out where Timsh is.
There's an equipment stash on the rooftops nearby. We've been anticipating doing a hit on Timsh for some time.
I know. Half the city wants him dead. We'll earn some gold on this one. I'll meet you up ahead.
I love the idea that Dowd has pre-planned assassinations that he's convinced are going to come up at some point in the future. He has already prepared for them. That to me I find very, very fascinating as a concept. It's just, yeah, you know this guy is a fucking asshole and someone's gonna want him dead at some point, so let's just plan out the hit now while we still have a free moment. A lot of runes up here. I might get my agility 2 already.
Now that that's handled, we can move on. You got the orders from Timsh, right?
I knew there was someone down here. Let's talk to this man. Oh, I need the key. That's not a big deal.
Back door. I know it's the job, sir, but it's awfully hard seeing them turned out like this. They don't even have the plague. I've been there last.
Excellent. Simmons, you'll show me this back stoop and we'll go in that way. Start tallying the place up. You've given...
He's here! The worms!
Oh, you don't have the key. That's unfortunate. Kinda thought you would. Maybe there's another way in. Oh, yeah, let's just use this. Oh, let's see if... Oh, that's not a painting I can take.
It's Dowd, isn't it? You wouldn't be in this district unless you were after Timsh's head.
What do you want?
Revenge. To do to Timsh what he did to me. I want him homeless, a victim of one of his own eviction documents. I've prepared one, complete with the forged signature of the Lord Regent. Please, go to my old apartment. It's right next to Timsh's estate. Here's the address, but I doubt you can get inside from the streets. There you'll find my journal, which contains the entire plot and everything you'll need. But you're a businessman like I once was. I don't expect you to do this for free. If you do go to my apartment, you'll find something stashed there. Consider it your payment in advance.
I like the one thing I did like about Dishonored, in a weird way, was that all the non-lethal options aren't like, they aren't nice. Like, you aren't like, oh, I am a nice man, I'm gonna spare your life. It's like, no. You don't understand, man. I'm doing this because, seriously, fuck you. I don't want you dead, I want you homeless. I want you on the streets begging for your life every fucking day. Like, I think of myself as a decent person, but man, revenge is a strong motivation.
He's in the lobby, explaining his little system.
It's in the lobby, okay. Well, let's not do that right yet. Let's actually go to this apartment. Oh, that sucks. Ow. Miss. I missed. That sucks. I do like that I'm still playing on PC. The loading times are actually really, really good. love that there's like detailed notes on Tim's activities here. That's really fucking cool. Let's go across the Thieves' Highway, as they called it in Thief 2. Good to know. Where's the eviction document, the apartment key, and the need for his own destruction document. He uses generic form, so he's light source circulates. Oh yeah, I remember this now. So the way you take care of Timsh non-lethally is to condemn his home. And make the guards think he's a carrier of the plague, and you do that by making his place stink like a rat would, and then you put the eviction notice, the fake eviction notice, in his apartment to make when he's confronted by the guards are like, oh shit, you're condemned. I need to evict the shit out of you. Like, the thing is that this game has a lot of really good little details. Order a sack. Now we're in the top floor of Timsh's office.
What a relief.
We're not the top floor, we're the second floor, actually.
I thought the barrister was ready to start a war. Now he's downstairs laughing.
He put her in her place. Even with all his maneuverings, it's the simple victories that give him the most pleasure, I think.
Piece of trash.
There we go. Smoke a massive blunt, man. You ain't wrong. That shit reeks.
People have the worst taste.
Gotta get the monies.
Someone help me out! Die! Damn you!
And that's how you use choke dust. Oh, okay.
Look at this shirt. That's Tivian silk, I'll bet you.
Barrister Timms can afford nice things, since he works for the Lord Regent.
Doing well.
Anyone taken away with the sickness forfeits their property. He does all the legal details, makes it proper.
Doesn't seem fair to lose all your things like that.
It must be, though. Lawyers know these things. Maybe they give it to children.
Sorry, ladies. But I really can't try to give you my position away.
Please, no,
Get behind him! Someone get over here! Take that!
Wow. Seriously? Seriously. Oh my god. That combat sleep toxin. It's good. It's a real good thing. Oh, here's the back alleyway into the building. Get some money from this whale oil and that bone charm. That bone charm is good. Wow, I can't believe it actually worked. Oh. Let's use this dumb waiter. Go back up. I would be honored to inject you with sleep toxin. Well, there's Barrister Timsht. We're going to ignore him for now. Oh. We're going to actually just kind of move past him for now, actually.
Watch out. We got someone skulking around.
I almost thought that said shitpost. Hey, you're the one who wants me to inject you with non-lethal sleep toxin. That's your thing, not me. I'm just the facilitator. I'm not actually doing anything illegal. Oh, I think I need to actually pickpocket his key. Okay. Before we do that, let's actually go upstairs to see what's up here. Might actually finish the first part of the DLC today. We might actually finish all of Knife of Dunwall, and then we'll have time for Brigmore Witches on Wednesday. Oh. Money. I like money. Money's good. Hey, I'm all for consensual sleep toxin play. Whatever helps you sleep at night. And I mean that quite literally. Just don't eat too much.
Any citizens belonging to or offering
Oh yeah, this is a fun scene.
Who are you?
I understand your curiosity. I'm strange.
So what I said before,
I was a baker's
Delilah is also one of the outsiders chosen.
friend to Jesse.
And she's actually speaking to us through this statue right now. That is like a statue of her, she is speaking through it.
Something much greater. I hope that satisfies you. Because you won't get more. I ought to just kill you. But I'm going to give
No,
you
she's a real person, but she is speaking through her statue. She carved the statue herself, and she's using magic to animate it.
Stay away from me. There are great changes coming, and I'll expect you not to interfere. I have influence in places you won't expect. But as for Arnold Timsh, do what you want. I won't hold a grudge. I'm done with him.
Is that who you were looking for? Well, she's a bit of a bitch. And the artwork's hopeless. I know you have your reasons.
She's a bit of a bitch. There's a funny thing about Billy Lark calling Delilah a bitch, and we'll get to that in a second. I need the master key to get that rune. That's fine. That's fine. Oh yeah, we can steal. I think we can steal. Oh, this is Delilah's painting, by the way. This is the stuff that she paints. This is how she sees the world. Delilah Copper Spoon. Guess it's time to steal. Oh, I'm listening to the ruin above. That's fine. So, the first thing you need to do is take the
If he comes
key
back, I'll earn another promotion.
off Barrister Timsh.
We got a prowler on the loose. If he comes back, I'll earn another promotion.
Almost missed that window. But I did get it. Oh, there's the barrister.
Let's just...
There's no other guard to ring the alarm, so I don't really care if he does. All you do is pick his pocket and I'm good.
Scum. Oh,
Yoink.
I'll find you. There you are. I need more.
Jesus Christ.
This was too easy.
Maybe I should have been playing around a little less. That's my fault. I got too cocky. I got way too cocky.
Here? Who sent you?
I got way too cocky.
Coward got away. What others? Get over here! Die, damn it! Guards, to me!
Wow.
Fish bait.
Take care, Andrew. It's a really obnoxious autosave.
Coward got away.
Indeed, I believe so.
Okay, guards, to me! Shoot out his legs! Stand clear!
Down you go.
That's strange. Timsh doesn't name himself the beneficiary in the will. He's giving the inheritance to Delilah.
So, one of Delilah's powers. This is unveiled in the Brigmore Witches DLC. Is that if she paints a picture of you, she can influence your thoughts. And so she managed to use this power to convince the barrister to give her all of his riches once he croaks. And that's why it's suspicious that the barrister Timsh would give her all of his money, because that's just not something he would do normally. It's something that she convinced him to do through her magic powers. Of course, anyone with the Outsider's Blessing is immune to those powers. So, you don't have to worry about our protagonists getting influenced by her, but anyone else is fair game. And that's a big part of her Grandmaster plan in this DLC, which we will get to in the Brigmore Witches once that gets started. What I need to do is find our way back down. There we are. And now... non-lethal objective, don't interfere. I like that. Oh, shit. What?
What is that horrible stench? I can barely breathe. Oh, General Turnbull. Yes, I was expecting you. Breathe.
Timsh, it smells like a weeper den. I thought we were secure.
And we are. The neighborhood is swept 3 times a week.
Barrister Timsh!
Probably rats into everything.
Here, this will clear things up for you. By the way, I don't think I ever got your first name.
What is this? Is this a joke?
I am not sure what you find funny about it.
Barrister Timsh, this is a letter from the Lord Regent dated a month ago, stating that your building is to be seized by the state immediately due to massive infection outbreak, and that your personal assets are forfeit if you do not comply immediately. A month ago? Are you showing me this to try to convince me that you're above the law?
What? Let me see that.
Ha!
This isn't possible.
Barrister, I am afraid I am going to have to take you into custody. And if I or any of my men contract the plague because of this visit, I'll see that your head rolls.
No. This isn't the right document. This...
Get him out of here before he starts bleeding from the eyes. And secure this court. It's under quarantine.
Yes, sir.
Target neutralized. Well,
What's going on there?
That is the least effective wall of light I've ever seen in Dishonored.
Now, there's been word of a ruckus. No details yet.
Yoink. So what we gotta do is present the will to our clients. Let her know that we decided not to kill Barrister, but instead condemned him of the plague. And happy ending.
The heir to the throne, Emily Caldwin, is still missing.
Yep. Oh, she's back at the docks. Okay. Should be easier to get there with my blink level 2!
This area is under lockdown. Any unauthorized individuals are to be considered suspicious and confronted immediately.
Oh, it's a happy ending for me and my client. Tim's just happy. Tim has the happiest possible ending because he's alive and not dead. Probably not gonna have a great fate awaiting him, but he's not dead, so that's something. So let's give our report.
The barrister's enemies caught up to him. He's in custody as a plague victim. Here's the will as agreed.
That'll do nicely. Perhaps better. But you were promised information. Well, my uncle came under Delilah's spell. He was obsessed with her. Everyone knew she'd been a servant at the tower before she studied under Sokolov. She was a painter, an artist. Beneath my family's class, for certain. My uncle became infatuated. But he looked older and made us keep candles lit all night. He was afraid of the dark. One night we all went to Waverly Boyle's for a seance. It was an amusement. We didn't know what we were doing. I thought only the dead appeared at seances. But suddenly Delilah was in the room with us. My uncle nearly died of terror. She was there, but not there. We saw her as if she was very far away, standing in the old Brigmore Manor, painting at an easel, painting a name. It was your name, Dowd. That's all I know. I hope you find what you're looking for.
So that's an interesting story about Delilah. Well, we know she has powers, and we know she uses the powers to kind of fuck with these guys.
Timsh is ruined. He'll rot in Coldridge prison if they don't send him to the flooded district. It's poetic, I suppose. Maybe I was wrong about you, Dowd. Are you ready to go?
And let us embark.
Let's go home.
So there's one final mission of the Knife of Dunwall DLC, and we'll probably have time to finish it, even though we're a little past 10. This is not a bad haul at all. Oh, what? Oh, the game crashed. Oh, lol. That's my first crash on stream. Wow. That's amazing. Well, I don't think I've ever had a game just crash on me before, especially not for something that random. Well, don't waste my time. Oh my god, that logo was loud. Why are the logos always louder than the actual game? Why do they do that? That's so rude. Alright, let's load up Knife of Dunwall. Wow. Let's see how far back that sent us. Oh wow, okay.
The barrister's enemies caught up to him.
But you were promised and that's all I know. I hope you find what you're looking for.
That was something.
Timsh is ruined. He'll rot in Coldridge prison if they don't send him to the flooded district.
Skip, skip, skip.
Poetic, I suppose. Maybe I was wrong about you, Dowd. Are you ready to go?
No, let's hope it doesn't happen again.
Let's go home. Jessamine
Well, that was weird.
Were all that was holding this city together. With her dead, this city was a fast.
So this mission does change depending on your chaos level. We are on the low chaos ending, so Billy Lurk will still be helping us for this mission.
Maybe this was the world
But if you didn't have low, if you had high chaos instead, then one of your nameless, faceless commanders would take her place instead.
Street kids and
there's a reason for that. We'll get into that.
Discipline and a bit of.
We'll get into that as the mission progresses.
On the fringes of a city that ate up innocence and weakness. Maybe today was the end of that small world. I thought of Jessamine Colbin's hands shuddering as she lost her grip on life. Whatever doom was coming, I deserved it. My people didn't.
Improved armor, boot stealth 1. Let's immediately just get the stealth 1. Let's get the favors where we can no favors. So boot stealth 2. I don't really need anything. I guess wrist belt accuracy we'll buy that. I'm just gonna buy some sleep darts. I'm gonna need a lot of sleep toxin to survive this one. So this is Dowd's base. This is the same Flood District as Mission 7 Dishonored. They're using the same map.
Dowd, we've been attacked. Overseers are tearing the place apart. Looking for you. They're holding our remaining men, and their leader is in your chambers as we speak. If we take him out and free our men, we can still drive the Overseers back.
I want to know how the bastards found us in the first place.
Choke dust and a grenade. Fair, Kelly, fair. I suppose it really wouldn't make sense for you to be able to call in favors during this particular mission. But we have 2 objectives. We have 4 capture assassins that we have to save. And we have to defeat the commanding officer of the Overseer's forces. Because like Corvo did, or Corvo, I guess, will do in the future. The Overseers have broken into the Flood District and have attacked our men. Because again, this is before Corvo fought Dowd in Mission 7, so this is before Corvo actually invades. No, the Overseers work alongside. The Overseers are like the enforcement officers of the Everyday Men. They are part of the same organization. High Overseer Cromwell from Mission 2 of Dishonored is the leader of the Abbey. Or at least the Abbey in Dunwall. So the Overseers and the Abbey are, you can treat them as the same entity, because in some way they are, but the Overseer is only part of that entity.
This one's done.
And their stated mission is to kill the Outsider and anyone that worships him.
No wonder they keep to the shadows. They're nothing in a stand-up fight.
So this is why sleep toxin helps.
They'll remember us. The men who smashed Dowd's assassins.
Because otherwise these groups get really hard to work around.
Where are you? Kills this one. Around him. Die, damn it! Sight from your trail. Die, idiot! Take it!
Yeah, the sleep toxin is basically necessary to really get
I'll wait for your word.
to do well in this mission. This mission is a real pain in the ass to Ghost Non-Lethal as someone who did it. I'm not particularly fond of this mission because of how hard it can be.
Leaving the city during the Fugue Feast this year? No, no, no.
Don't care. Oh, fucking music box. Oh, what the fuck?
It was one mistake and you're finished. As the litany says, there are forces out.
Well, Jesus Christ. Oh, this is a good save point. So let's actually be a bit sneakier.
Gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Chances are very good. Probably grass there. I know you're here somewhere, scum. Let my hands not be restless. Reveal yourself.
I'm right here.
It's you. I thought your victims never.
Too slow. Worse, I just wasn't getting the left click in.
Wake up!
Someone's down. Where are you? A body. Someone will pay for this.
For fuck's sake.
Let my hands not be restless. Reveal yourself. Someone get over here. Oh, I'll find you.
Rotten the man you give yourself up. Come out. We both.
As tempting as it is to say it is, no, Kelly, there is no non-lethal drop attack, which is why, like, that's one of the things they improved in Dishonored 2, is that they gave you a non-lethal version of the drop assassination, because this game lacked that, and it really needed it. But there are 7 virtues that the Overseers espouse, all involving, like, restless hands or the devil's tools and shit like that. And one of them is let my hands not be restless. That's just an allusion to one of those traits of good, virtuous men.
Wake up.
Well, fuck off!
Find you. It's going to be.
Why are there so many of you?
Wake up. We know you're here.
I'm running out of fucking sleep toxin at this rate.
Shout if you see him. I know you're here somewhere, scum. All right. I won't be catching this rat nest. Coward got away. We know you're here. All right. I won't be catching this rat nest. We'll find him. It's you. I thought you were Victor. I saw you.
Fucking bullshit.
Get out right now. Where are you?
Finished. As the litany says, there are forces outside the room.
Oh, I'll find you.
Sword shall be put to the sword.
Check everywhere. Shout if you see him.
Yeah, I hated this mission. I've never liked it.
We know you're here. We'll find you. We know you're here. I know you're here.
I know you're here.
Not this time.
So you keep saying. Oh my god, there's so many of you!
These drawings and maps appear to show that we got a prowler on the loose. Yes, sir. Of course.
The stun mines, I believe, they are, but I think they're in the next DLC, not this one. I think they're in, the Brigmore Witches.
Focus on the task at hand. But sir, these drawings and maps appear to show that enough. We don't have time for useless speculation. Dowd could be here any moment. We must be Yes, sir. Of course. You are right.
Oh, another music box player. Yoink.
Where is he? Someone get over here! Clear the line! Firing!
There we go. Yeah, I would definitely love to have stun mines in this level. That would be very helpful, but this still has the problem that Dishonored 1 has, where your only real option for non-lethality is the sleep dart and choke holding. And I never had strong arms, so I'm still a little worse off than I'd like to be. But I've got 4 sleep darts left. It's not great. I'm probably gonna struggle through the end of this. I might have to just start up, just straight up kill some people. That might just end up having to be my actual solution to this problem, is just to not go non-lethal and just start going a little lethal. The most important people to sleep dart are the music box players. I know you're here! But yeah, just getting rid of the music box players already dramatically increases your chance of success. Fucking hell! I hate this mission. This mission sucks. Yeah, whatever.
Someone's down. Where are you? A body. Someone will pay for this. I know you're here.
Walk away. Walk away slowly.
I know you're here somewhere, scum.
I know you're here. I know you're here. I have the same combat bark. It's so irritating.
I'll survive. I'll await your signal.
Where are you?
Yes. In case you haven't heard, they know I'm here. They know I'm here. Just so you know, they know I'm here. And down you go. What am I hearing? Bone charm over there, rune over there. Bone charm right below me. That's what I'm hearing. What did I get? Oh, even more mana. Okay, yeah, sure, we'll go with it. It doesn't improve the Call Assassin's power if in the universe where I actually use that power. But it does, I think. I actually don't know what it's supposed to do. I just know that it's your objective for the map. I don't know if it has any benefits aside from just being the thing you have to do to win.
Heard something.
That sucks.
Here you
I know you're here. They have said they know I'm here like 3 fucking times.
When I find you, it's gonna be bad.
Actually, no. Fuck it. Gun.
I'll feed your heart to the house.
Need to get faster at popping health potions.
I know you're here.
They literally can't say anything else, but they know I'm here. That's literally all they can say. It's like the Omelette du Fromage episode of Dexter's Lab. That's all they can say. Fuck. He moved. I know you're here.
I'll survive. I'll await your signal.
And now, once we get their assault plans... Oh! One more capture assassins over here. I forgot there was 4 of them. Well... I mean, they already know I'm here, so... Oh, shit! Yeah, that's fine. I'm totally down for killing some overseers now. They've nice stopped a while ago. Yeah, one of the patches they added after the game launched was a kill cam for when you get like really fucking good shots.
Someone's been killed. Reveal yourself. What now? Guards, to me. We know you're here.
The problem is that there's so many guards in such an enclosed space that it's really hard to not get seen by at least one of them. I am glad I'm not going for Ghost Non-Lethal because that one was a bitch in this mission. It was a fucking nightmare to try to get Ghost Non-Lethal in this mission. In my original playthroughs way back in the day. Try everything. He has seen Zootopia a couple times, hasn't he?
We'll find her.
Die. Just die. Die, die, die.
Somewhere, scum. Got you now. Let him. Someone
And the music boxes are the worst. I know you're here. I know you're here.
Oh, I'll find you. I know you're here.
Oh my god, that's fucking all they can say.
We know you're here. Get down. An explosion. Get away. I know you're here somewhere, scum.
Wait, what was that reaction? I believe there are music boxes in 2, actually.
Let my hands not be restless.
It's just that they aren't as commonplace because there are only a couple levels that have overseers in them at all. Where in Dishonored 1, overseers were kind of like your secondary guards.
This map shows a coordinated sweep of the flooded district. But the overseers here didn't stick to the plan. Someone must have tipped them off.
Yeah, this like the fact that there's like so few non-lethal tools combined with how claustrophobic this level is a real problem. But that's kind of Dishonored 1 like as a problem in general, where they didn't have a lot of good non-lethal options that they did in Dishonored 2 and upwards. But now that we've gotten all the objectives, it's time to end the mission.
Give the word, sir. What's our next move?
Capture as many as you can. Their plans are ruined.
So yeah, it's like the arc pylon choice of Mission 8 of Dishonored 1, where you can choose to kill or knock out every other guard in the mission, that you haven't already dealt with at some level. And we chose knock out because we're being a good boys, good non-lethal or less lethal boys. And now there's one final choice.
Give me a report.
We'll take the overseer who led the attack and find out what else he knows. As soon as he's conscious. It seems the Overseers are marching into the flooded district, planning a massive assault against us. This Overseer Hume went against orders and attacked early. Our men, the ones you freed, were able to rout the remaining zealots. This place belongs to us again.
Well, they know we're here, though.
Overseers find us.
It's my fault. I told Delilah where we were heading. She wanted me to turn on you.
You did this.
But I can't go through with it.
Stupid child. All you had to do was cut his throat.
He deserves better. I was an idiot to listen to you.
So that's your choice, then. Dowd. Her betrayal would have been the sweetest. But either way, the Brigmore Witches will be your end. You should have forgotten my name the day you heard it.
I think it was always understood between us that I'd see my moment and take your place. I moved too early. You weren't weak, like I thought. I'm only sorry I didn't pick a better ally. Delilah made contact with the Overseers. I thought, between the three of us, we'd have you dead to rights.
We can blame the Zealots for that. Overseer Hume was too quick to move.
My life is yours now. Kill me, or let me live. If it even matters to you.
Touching and pathetic. If I see either of you again, I'll tear out your stone-cold hearts and walk in your skin.
Now, if we were playing in High Chaos, Billy would use this as a way, as the time to make her move, and she would actually attack us, and we would have a boss fight against her. We'd have to fight her and defeat her, and execute her this way. Because we chose Low Chaos, Billy realized that she was in the wrong, and now it is up to us to either spare or kill her. Now, canonically, because she exists to to be part of Dishonored 2 and Dishonored Death of the Outsider, she's alive. This canonically is the point where Dad chooses to spare her, which we will do the same choice. She's a very fascinating character. I really like the way they took her in the later games. The problem is, like many things in Dishonored 1, it's not really well developed. There's not a whole lot to actually work with. So, there's just not a whole lot there.
I forgive you. Get out of here. Leave the city. Leave my sight, Billy. I give you your life.
And that's the end of the first half of the two-part DLC story for Dishonored, Knife of Dunwall. On Wednesday, we will continue our playthrough.
When Billy Lurk was 8, she wanted to be the captain of a ship.
David Cage's latest masterpiece, Detroit Become Human, with my friends Sam and Chris.
All she wanted was to be a killer.
On Saturday, we'll continue our magic streams.
And then she saw
and on Sunday, we'll keep going with this, and we'll actually probably finish the Brigmore Witches from start to finish.
And now, she's limping to the outskirts
during
of the city.
that run.
She'll pay a smuggler
So
to get
I look
past
forward to seeing you
quarantine.
guys on Wednesday
She'll watch
and
herself for signs
Sunday,
of
but
plague
probably on
for a
Saturday because no
while.
one seems to watch those streams.
Gradually,
but they
the
make me
fear
happy.
and grief that seep into your bones in Dunwall will dissipate, and she'll find a new name and a new use for her skills. Even if Dunwall burns to the ground, one corner of the Empire will still know your story. Dowd, killer of an empress. Dowd, who spared his betrayer's life.
And that is the end of Knife of Dunwall. We got the achievement for being on the redemptive path. I actually haven't done this in on the PC. So yeah, that was overall pretty good start to the DLC. And thank you all for coming. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Kelly. And you're not here anymore, but thank you, Chris, for joining. And the other viewers who joined as well. You weren't in the comments, but I do appreciate anyone who watched even a minute of my content. take care, and I hope to see you on Wednesday when we continue Detroit, because that has probably been my favorite streaming game thus far. As bad as that game is, that has been super worth it. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.